Yeah, we've got pace setters, and then we've got Kipchoge. We will keep winning the marathon. Yeah.
David believed in a world where entrepreneurs in Africa will thrive and venture into new dispensation of a prosperous Africa. After spending so many years in the corporate world, he made a decision, okay, I'm ready to leave corporate, I want to start a business. The kind of business he wanted to start was to change just all this logistical waste that is on the entire value chain, especially for SMEs. And he really wanted to bring his depth and wealth of experience from corporate Africa and see that integrated in smaller businesses to create more efficiency, create more jobs for people, make companies much more profitable. Obviously, that's when Coke was knocking the door. He decided, let me go back to corporate. And he just knew how to get the right talent, how to scrutinize them. He was such a good thinker in terms of sustainable models. A guy was so focused, great, had a backbone to do the right thing sustainably.
I remember David as a man I learned from, as a man of God, as a man who always sought God for everything, and in everything he put God forward. His humility was unparalleled. His understanding of service is out of this world.
But we've placed this picture here to show you a picture of where we believe God is taking business people, Christian business people in Kenya, in Africa, and around the world, from where we are today to what he has in store for us. And he has in store for us some good things. And one of the vehicles he's using to get us there is Nehemiah Kenya. Okay?
David was smart, humble, and caring. I remember when we met at the stairs when we were going to BE class, because we were classmates. He took the lift and I took the stairs. When we met in class, he made a very interesting compliment and said if when he grows up he wants to be like me, because he was just wowed that he could be able to take a 7th floor stairs.
I remember David one particular moment when I was struggling with an HR matter, and I shared in class about how that matter had disturbed me. I remember David looking at me intently and telling me, Betty, just listen to God. Listen to what he's telling you and do what it is that he's telling you. Don't worry about what others are saying. Thank you, David.
We did biblical entrepreneurship with him. He was our classmate, and we had this kind of competition to get to class before each other. And we'd meet in the parking lot, and whenever he'd be before us, he'd give us that wave for, yeah, it's me. I did it. We'll miss his laugh. We'll miss his smile. We'll miss how he was very keen on being a business person who impacts Africa, brings things to Africa, not depending on Europe and all these other places and funding and things like that. He was very particular and very strong about, we can do this ourselves. So how do we do it? How do we buckle down and get things done? So Africa has lost somebody great. We'll miss him. We'll miss him.
The truth is, God does have a plan for you, and it's possible that that plan includes me, or him, or her. Yeah, and if you don't, then if we forsake fellowshipping together, we might miss that opportunity.
I met Don before BE in the circles of Man Enough and Crucible. And my fondest memory of him was just his heart for God. And even in BE, when we would be doing our business model competitions, I remember his logistics business, which he was planning on starting before going into Coke. And just the ideas that we would sit down and share, his wisdom in understanding how businesses operate, and particularly for us who are in food, just the supply chain process.
Exactly.
was just amazing. So, you know, I miss a brother. I remember in one of the companies where we operated in the industrial area, he was there. I remember meeting him there, coming from a Christian meeting, more like a CU within the company. And yeah, just a guy who really had a heart for God.
I enjoyed his compliments. We live in a dispensation where people want to keep a lot for themselves. It's all about me, me, me. And when I think about Mr. Olang, I think he freely gave what he thought of you. I think he freely gave what could build you. So I would say, one, he was an encourager. I liked his mind. It was a quick mind, very perceptive, very perceptive. And I think sitting with him, he could give you feedback on what was helpful to you, what was helpful to me. So I think he was there for a helper. He took time to look. I think he diligently looked under every stone, maybe on every crack on the wall. He looked to find a joke. And I find that very outstanding, that in the moments that you had to sit with him, you know, every other minute he would look to crack a joke. And that joke would bring warmth, would bring joy and laughter, would bring a smile into a room.
My commitment is to champion his vision, his desire to see a continent that has disciplined, successful, committed kingdom entrepreneurs that will stand on God's word and see change happen. That vision will continue, and this continent will be changed.